crafters. It's Denise at Crafty Dendy, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southern California. And today, I want to talk to you about the Pansy Petal Suite. Can you believe this paper? Now, by now you're probably familiar with the new annual catalog, May 2021 to April 2022. This just came out, and I'm so excited about it because truly it has got some beautiful things in it. And not just beautiful things, it's so full of incredible ideas of things that you can do. So this Pansy Petal Suite, if you buy the whole suite, you get the bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies, and you get the paper. Let's see, let me read it with you. You get the bundle, you get the stamp set, the dies, that's the bundle, the designer series paper, and these cute little bumblebee trinkets. Look at these. Aren't they great? Look at those, they're so cute. Now, we may have a visitor while I'm recording today because my daughter got a new dog. And, well, he's getting used to us as we are getting used to him. All right, so here we go. You can cut it out with the dies. There's so many things I want to tell you about it that I don't even know where to start. Okay, let me start with the paper. Look at this paper. Isn't this beautiful? Just beautiful. And let's look at the other side. Ooh, don't you love the gingham? Are you a fan of gingham? Oh yes, I love the gingham too. Now this one here, let me tell you, it can be cut with the die. So when you use the dies for that, you get all of these. And I even use the ones that are, on the side of the page over here. You can use those. And then the other paper, let me show you these. Oh, there's the dog drinking. And the other paper has the leaves, and you can cut those out with the die also. So that's this one. So if you cut them out with the die, you kind of lose this back here, but so many choices of things to do. All right, well, let me show you what we're going to do today. Let's see, I showed you the catalog. Let me show you the dies. Whoopsie, guess I didn't stick them back in very well. These are the Pansy Dies. Let me open them up here. I am making a mess. Well, you can tell I've been playing around with them. Oh, there's another little flower I made. Right? And if you want to do it just out of cardstock, it embosses while it's doing it. Isn't that great? All right, I'll be doing more cards, but today we're making a card with the pansies that I cut out of the paper. So, and it has a couple different sizes and different colors, and a lot of them, they're using the new colors. Let's see, I think it tells us on here, the new in colors. So polished pink is a new color. Bring that over here. There's the polished pink. The fresh freesia, which ran away for some reason. Oh well. The pale papaya, the soft succulent, and the evening evergreen. So I don't know what happened to my fresh freesia. I buried it here someplace. I don't know how I managed to do that, but does anybody else ever do that while you're working on something? It's like all of a sudden your things disappear. All right, so another thing I used in our card that we're going to make today is this Brick and Mortar 3D embossing folder. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, excuse me. And here we go. Now you use this in your die cutting machine. And look at that. Look at that Brick and Mortar. So when you use that, I'll link all that below. So let me tell you, I have a story to tell you about today's card. So here is the card. We're going to change it up a little bit because this is not how I actually intended to make it. But I put the glue on the wrong side of one of these sections. So then well, this is what happened. So I needed a little something to separate these flowers from the patterned paper, or the designer series paper. So I used my Hippo and Friends dies, and I used that to put a basic white there. And then can you see the little bumblebee right there? Isn't he so cute? And then these are the in color gems. All right, and there they are. And you can see it, the fresh freesia on there, which I don't know what happened to that stamp pad. All right, so last week, the card that we made, we started off with a card sketch. So I hope this isn't reflecting too much. I hope you can see it. You can probably see my ring light in it. But this is on Casing Tuesday Facebook group, right? So every week they post a new one of something that's featured in one of the catalogs. They show you what it looks like in the catalog. Like this one we're using today was number 301, Casing Tuesday sketch from the mini catalog, January to June 2021. It was on page 59, or it is on page 59. That catalog is still good through the end of June. So don't worry about that. So that's what they did. So then she made, whoops, what happened there? There we go. So this is actually the sketch. So do you see that? That was what it looked like in the catalog. And these are the items. And she gives you the actual dimensions. I will list all those below. But we're starting with this card base. It folded in half, which gives us a piece that's 5.5 by 4.25. And then the paper underneath that, well, the next layer, sorry, is 5 by 3. And then we've got these 3 panels here. 1.25 by 3.5. The 2 side ones are the same. And then 1.5 by 3.5. All right. And so from that sketch, this is what I came up with. All right. So does everybody see what we're doing? We're making it from the sketch. All the dimensions will be listed below, along with all the ordering information if you need any supplies. If you need a catalog and you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, please, I'd be more than happy to get one to you. So just contact me. All the contact information will be below. And also, exciting things are happening with Paper Pumpkin. So if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's a subscription, usually card making kit, and it comes every month in a really nifty box, and it has everything in there that you will need. Once in a while, you may need a pair of scissors, but not even always that. All right, so you'll look into that. All that information is below. All right, so let's get started. So as I said here, I made a mistake on this panel. I really wanted that turned over because I didn't want it to be too busy. So I have the pieces cut out for our next one. So let's look. So this is Blackberry Bliss. I took a full-size piece of 8.5 by 11, cut it in half, scored it, and folded it in half. So there we have that. This is Blackberry Bliss. So this is 5.5 by 4.25, just like it had on here. 5.5 by 4.25. All right, so then I decided to use the polished pink for the next layer, and I ran it through the embossing folder, that one I just showed you, the Brick and Mortar 3D embossing folder. And isn't that beautiful? It's so cool. And it really adds some texture and some, I don't know, you want to say like character to the card. All right, and then we cut these 2 pieces, which are the same size, and they're going to go there. So what happened on this one, and you know, maybe it'll happen again. These things happen. I wanted this side up to just break it up a little bit, not have it too busy. But what happened was I put the glue on this side, so I ended up doing it on that side. So that's why I brought in this die, this basic white piece of die. Whew, that is probably more information than you wanted, right? So then this is going to go here, and we're going to make our flowers. So I have lots of flowers that I have cut out here. And like I said, I cut these out from the designer series paper. You can see there's the gingham on the back of the leaves. So let's go ahead and put a flower together that we're going to stick on here. All right, so I think I'm going to start with this one again. I just love this color on here, and this is the Blackberry Bliss. And if you remember, on the back of the, I don't have it handy right here, but on the back of the designer series paper and in the catalog, you can always find out what colors it coordinates with. So you're not just looking at it thinking, ooh, is that this color or that color? It'll tell you exactly what Stampin' Up! Color it coordinates with. All right, so we're gonna have this, and let me bring over my, very messy silicone mat. All right, so let's do some arranging here and see how we want it. It's a nice dark green. And you know what we could do, I had that one that was, it was on the edge of the paper. Don't know what I did with it, because I thought we could use that because we could tuck it behind. I don't see it, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. And we'll put it up there because I like having some of it show. And we'll put a leaf up here. Just to get an idea of how we want it. We'll kind of lay it out. Oh, I think, you know what, I think I'm going to put the lighter one here, and I'll put another dark one down here. So, what do you think of that? So we're going to stick this together, and then we'll put that on dimensionals to stick it down on our card. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let me collect these back and put them, all the little bits, in my container. Just keeps them all together. It's just a little ceramic container, I don't know, from the Dollar Tree or something. All right, here we go. Now, where did I put my glue? All right, so we're going to put a little bit of the Stampin' Seal up on top here. And then we'll put that one up here. I think like that. All right. And then I'll put a little bit on here. That looks good. Oops. Do you ever have those days you're just a little bit messy? Yep, that might be today. Been having so much fun with our new dog, but it really has changed everybody's routine. Oh, I think I got liquid adhesive might have been a good choice on there. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick all these things down. So I'll put that over there. And I'm going to make these pretty flat, I think. If you have too many layers, sometimes you can have a little trouble mailing it. Let's see if I can get that straight with the grid paper and stand over it without getting into the, oh, come on, Denise, you got this. Okay, so about there. Just about that. All right. Now we're going to, I'm going to put the adhesive on the correct side. All right. Although it just, isn't it a shame to cover up these beautiful flowers? Does any of you grow pansies? I went in to buy pansies and the lady kind of laughed at me and said, "You are way too late for pansies." Like, well, I didn't know. All right, so I'm going to kind of stick this in the center. Right, and we'll go ahead and put Stampin' Seal on this. There. Make sure you don't put them upside down. Okay, kind of centered there. Oh, I just love the pansies. Do you love the pansies? I consider myself still kind of new to Stampin' Up, and I think this is the most beautiful paper I've ever seen. All right, try and center that one. And it's not upside down. Okay, so far so good, right? So like I said, you can, because I had put this one upside down, I thought I needed some white there to break it up. All right, so that's why we had that. So you can see kind of a little difference in it. So let's go ahead and put dimensionals on this. I've got, get my Stampin' Up snips here. These are so great. All right, but I'm going to use, remember when you, on your dimensionals, you can use all the stuff that's around the edge. And grab them over here. I did have some mini dimensionals. Don't know what I did with them. Let's get on there. And go ahead. All right. Yeah, we'll take these off. Oh, I can tell you right now one thing that I forgot. I forgot to go ahead and cut basic white to put on the inside, because when you're using rich raspberry, Blackberry Bliss as your card base, you need to put white inside or a lighter color. All right, kind of center this. We'll kind of go a little bit at an angle. I think that looks good. All right, let me move these out of the way. Oh, let's do dimensionals on our sentiment. So, let me get the stamp set here, and let's look at some of the sentiments. Did I even show you the stamp set? Here it is. It says, "The little things you do make such a big difference. Love you much. Wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. Thank you. Happy birthday. And a little hello from me to you." All right. So I chose a little hello from me to you. And I don't know if you can tell, but this actually is the evening evergreen on there. It's very, very dark, and I really like it. I'm one of those people that I usually use the Memento Tuxedo Black for sentiments. I just really like them to stand out, but I really like this evening evergreen. And like I said, that is one of the new in colors, so it'll be around for 2 years. It's one of the junior in colors. The ones that have been around for a year already, we'll call it senior in colors. All right, let's get those off of there. So I hope you've had a chance to go look at the Facebook group, Casing Tuesday. And because they have great ideas, such inspiration. All right, how's that? Let's go ahead and get our in color jewels. And I have my take your pick tool because I have big fingers. It's kind of hard to take these off sometimes. Let's go. Oh, and we have different sizes of them too. I'm gonna go with the little ones here. Okay, this is the fresh freesia because I didn't leave much space on here when I cut it. I'll put that one. I think on the other one I used the polished pink. How's that? Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, so now we have our bumblebee. Love this bumblebee. Oh, the dog is waking up. All right, these are the glue dots that come in the paper pumpkin. So I'm gonna be using this. It's nice and tiny. Put that on there. Oh, you know what? Let me take the back backing off of that one. When I placed my order from the new catalog items, I forgot to order the ribbon. So I think I would have put ribbon on this, but I kind of did the long sentiment, kind of takes the place of the ribbon. But I need to place another order and get ribbon for the new in colors. All right, and we're gonna put him on this dark green leaf. Turn him a little bit, press him down, because I think he shows up. Wow, how's that? Isn't that so cute? And you know what? Let me go ahead and get some basic white for inside. Oh, do I maybe have one already cut here? Let's see. Oh, look at that. Okay, so this would be 5.5 by 4. Let me measure. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that. Let's see. This is 5.25 by 4. All right, and what shall we stamp inside? We're gonna stay with our pansy patch. A hello from me to you, and wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. I like that one. All right. Oh, here's some preview of what we're gonna make. Oh, and have you seen the inside of the new stamp cases? You have the design on the inside. Oh, let me move this, but actually I haven't used this one. Oh, I did. Okay, here we go. And block. This is block D. All right, let me see if I have a scrap paper. Oh, I'm so organized today, aren't I? It's right here, it really is. All right, we're gonna try it out on here, and we're gonna go ahead and do it with the Evening Evergreen. Such a deep color. It looks almost black, but it's just not quite, right? Looks good, looks good. Oh, I hope that's on the camera. All right, here we go. Oops, I can see through it that I didn't quite get everything. Whoops, and I got it up here on the top. Here we go, see if we're straight. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and there we are. I'm going to do the other one also, since I've got it out here. I have a couple friends that would love to get this card. I bet you do too. I would challenge you this week to send a card to somebody. Really make their day. Evening Evergreen. All right, let me clean this. Wow, I just set it over there for now. I'm sorry. I'm recording in a different spot, and it has totally thrown me off, so I'm really sorry about that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this inside of this card. Yes, I would challenge you to send a card to somebody and make their day, really. There doesn't have to be a special reason. There's that one. Don't you just love those little bumblebees? And what other one? All right, I do want to tell you that Stampin' Up! Has some specials going on right now. If you've ever thought of joining us as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Their special is you get, now I don't have it in front of me, either 150 or 155. I'll find it and I'll link it below. Dollars worth of merchandise for $99. Now, becoming a demonstrator is always a good deal. You usually get 125 for $99 and free shipping. And you know, shipping, that's not cheap, right? So that's a really good special, and I'll find out exactly what it is and link it below. So we would love to have you join our team, and that would be wonderful. If you have, even if it's just because your wish list is so long and you need a good deal, there's no downside to becoming a demonstrator. You get a 20% discount going forward from there for at least 3 months, okay? Because you do have a quarterly minimum you need to meet, and what happens if you don't meet it? Then you just go back to being a customer. There's no downside to it. And this is such an exciting time to join. We have a new hostess special or a host special where you can earn extra Stampin' Rewards. And we just have the new catalog that has come out. And we have a couple more catalogs that will be coming in the near future. There'll be another celebration catalog and also what I call the holiday catalog, which is the July to December, but it's going to be coming out a little bit later because they've been having a little trouble with shipping. But that's okay. That's okay because we have lots of good things to make from our new annual catalog. So my friends, if you need any help, please reach out to me if you need me to find anything for you, to help you place an order, or if you'd like to join my team. I would love to have you. All right, my friends, until next time, I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.